Hey guys, it's your girl J.Belle here from 93.3 The Q, and I got a very special guest today on my show, the artist known as Lauv. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure because I was looking earlier to make sure I pronounced your name correctly. And in that, I also heard the story of how you came up with the name, which is
Oh
why I'm
yeah.
this. So I want to expand on that a little bit more because I really thought it was a really cool story.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, Lauv basically, I was basically just trying to find a name for myself that wasn't my real name, Ari. And the funny thing is, Lauv basically means the same thing. Like Ari means lion. I'm a Leo. Lauv means lion in Latvian, which is like where my mom's side of the family is from. And I would go every summer growing up and stuff. And so yeah, it's just kind of a little like nod to that.
And I like the fact that you're a Leo because I'm also a
Yeah.
Leo. So
Let's go. Wait,
Leo's
when's your
cool.
birthday?
August 21st. So I'm like right at
Nice.
the end, right at
Okay.
the end of it. So I was like, oh, that is so
Lit.
cool knowing all that
Uh,
information of how
Same.
your name also means lion and you're a
Yeah.
Leo. It's like it all ties in together. So
Let's
I thought
go.
that was really, really cool. And I also was looking up information on how you got started. Now, you were interning in NYC at Jungle City Studios
Yeah.
while you were at NYU. And
Yeah.
some of those artists that were there were like Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, those type of artists.
Yeah.
What was the one artist that made you realize, like, yes, I'm walking in my purpose, going down this road?
Wow. I gotta say, let me think actually. Wow. Like while I was working there type vibe.
Yeah.
I think it was when I went to Saks Fifth Avenue to get a $100 candle for Timbaland. I think that was like no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was about
I'm
to
just
say
kidding.
what?
I'm just kidding. No, it's honestly lit. Candles are super fire. I've like, over since then, I've like, wow, like I've grown very much into fancy candles. That was just silly thing. Um, I'm trying to think. I mean, at the time I was listening, I feel like the 2020 experience, JT vibes. Like I would make remixes of JT stuff and like, um, like read about him. And I don't think I actually ever like met him at the studio, but they were working on that era of music, and I thought that was really cool.
Wow. So you got
Yeah.
to actually be a part of the 2020 experience. That's like one of his biggest projects after Future Sex Love Sounds, obviously. Like that is awesome to hear. Okay, so
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake. But I want to touch back on the candles thing because I'm also a candle junkie.
Yeah.
Uh, so do you go like, and this is a random question, obviously. We're gonna get to the other stuff, but do you do the Bath and Body Works sales when they come out?
Ooh, I haven't been there in a minute. I have like a random memory of being there like probably like a year or so ago or something, but I love like Teak. I love their candles. They're amazing. So
Oh
fire.
man. Now you gotta turn me on to something new because I love buying just random candles from like TJ Maxx, Ross, all those places like
What
that because
kind
they
of like
all
smells do you like?
I like vanilla. I like the pineapple. Lavender is a big thing. Lavender
Lavender.
and
So
yeah, and
good.
eucalyptus for me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's just relaxing and calming.
Yeah.
But Walmart Walmart has really great candles. And the reason why I say this because obviously you're a huge star. How often are you gonna go to Walmart to buy candles from there?
No,
But
I'm down to go get some candles from Walmart. Save me some money, honestly. I'm
but they're
like,
great candles. Yeah, I
yeah.
love candles all the time. I tell guys if you want to wait to my heart, buy candles. That's
Okay.
how you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, same though. I'm like, if someone wants to wait in my heart, candles.
See, we're on the same
So,
page here.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Still the Show.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Elemental dropped earlier this summer, back in June 2023, and the song dropped with it. With the song, with the movie dropping on Disney Plus, did you expect this resurgence of how many people were going back and listening to it?
No, it was insane when I saw like articles about it and like all the tweets and just like my team sending me info about it and then looking at the numbers, like I was just like, that's crazy. Because it's like, it's like the I got to see the premiere of the movie and see my song in it, and like that was such a moving moment. But to like, yeah, the Disney Plus, like that whole thing is just insane, like
Oh,
super
you got
insane. Oh,
somebody's
who is
behind
not?
you.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Real
Sorry
life
about
is
that.
happening. No, you're
No, I
totally
know. It's
fine.
just like right into the studio. Um, what was I saying?
You were talking about the resurgence of the song and when it dropped, and how you got to see the movie itself and how beautiful that moment was.
Yeah, no, just crazy. But yeah, just watching it grow even more now is really crazy, and seeing it like go viral on TikTok and like all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
a
really
very
like that song was just like it was like a pretty easy song to write, which I guess I shouldn't be. Those usually the ones that do the best, but like I don't know, like it's just crazy. The whole thing like is still insane to me. So
which I'm gonna ask you about that writing process. Because did
yeah,
you write the song for the movie, or you
yeah.
just happened? Also, you wrote it specifically for the movie.
Yeah, like literally, it's crazy. Like they called and were like, "We want to have you come into the office and like meet everybody and learn about the movie, and then we would love to see if you can write a song for it." So it was like, it wasn't even like I made a song and then pitched it. It was like I got to like see the early versions of the film, like the storyboards,
Uh-huh.
and then like kind of hear some of the backstory, and then go into the studio with Thomas Newman and like write the song like purposed for the film. So that was really cool.
That's really, really cool. What is the
Yeah.
one moment in that movie when you were watching the early versions that made you think like, oh, this is the perfect title for it? This is the right vibe and the right groove that goes into to this particular song.
I think it was the moment like when they touch. Like
Oh
that
yeah.
moment is super lit. Yeah. I love that moment.
It's so I love when I watched it because I originally didn't go to the theaters to watch it. I watched it on Disney Plus. And when I was watching it, I was just like, oh my God, I'm like a big old kid. I'm melting into it. And then
Yeah.
your song in there was like the perfect moment, like watching them as they fall in love, each moment within
It's
it. It
so
was like, oh my
cool.
God, this is really, really cool.
It's
Um,
so cool.
yeah, exactly. With and I want to ask you this because as you mentioned before, it's like a resurgence of TikTok, Shazam and those type of things. Has the era of social media really helped push your music more versus like, when you were back at NYU, we're doing it the old fashioned way where people had to do the traditional route of promoting their music. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think yes and no. Like I think in some ways it's caused me a lot of anxiety, but I think like I think a lot of people feel like all that stress from social media. Um, but there's also been some good stuff, and just in terms of songs, I didn't like just watching stuff kind of like happen so quickly right in front of my face is really, I think is like kind of insane. But
Mm,
yeah, definitely there can be a lot of anxiety that goes along with it. So yeah.
mm. I can understand that. I can understand that. And I want to ask you two more questions before we start
Yeah.
wrapping up here. Number one, I don't know if you were into talking about your bisexuality that you
Yeah.
opened up earlier this year. And I want to tie it in because obviously Beyonce has done a world tour, the Renaissance World Tour, and it's really like an open party for the LGBTQIA plus community.
Yeah.
Do you feel the need, or are you excited about how this era of music or this era of time is really starting to embrace more of this community as you've joined
Yes.
into it? And has Beyonce really helped open those doors a little bit more?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's super lit. Like I just feel like for me, there's like artists that like I've worked with in the past and people that I've really admired that have, been a part of the community or like really been very active and vocal. And I feel like until I've started to kind of deal with my just where I'm at, and I'm not even really exactly sure how to label myself at this point. I'm like still trying to figure it out, but um, I think it's like honestly like the coolest thing that music has seen because I just think like I don't know like mad creativity, like creativity and everything really comes from like knowing yourself and being open and sharing that with the world. And it's like, you can't both like expect amazing art from artists and then have people judging like their truths, because that's like, it's like, you can't, I don't know. Yeah. So I just think it's amazing. And I haven't seen the Beyonce show. I'd love to go see it. Yeah. Yeah. I
I
know. I
know
think I'll see it.
I know the last show is on Sunday in Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm like, I didn't get to go either, but I've been watching it on Twitter, and I was just like, I
Yeah. It looks crazy.
right, I'm so sad
Yeah.
I never got to go. But upcoming projects you have coming down the line. Let's talk about it a little bit. What do you have coming up next after such a big resurgence with Still the Show?
Yes. So I'm hoping to drop another song this year, maybe two. And then I'm just working really hard on my album. So I'm just trying to get that done. Just like writing a bunch of songs. It's a lot of stuff that has to do with this era of my life, obviously, which is like me defining my own happiness and figuring out really coming to terms with like who I feel like I am and who I want to be, and just like in a happy way and not in like a dark way. Like I've gotten sober. There's a lot of stuff that kind of changed in my life. So the new music I'm really excited for. It's gonna be super fun. Yeah.
So the album, we're thinking 2024
Yeah,
or okay, okay.
100%.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Well, Lauv, thank you so much for stopping by the
Thank
J.Belle
you.
Show. Hopefully
Yeah.
I we had a little bit of fun here talking about
Yeah.
candles
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
your
Yeah.
special guest star in the back that came in.
Oh
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, sorry about that again.
Well, enjoy yourself and hopefully we'll get to talk again soon once you drop some new music later on this
Absolutely.
year. All
So
right,
hell
guys.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.